The final day of the parliamentary week and First Minister's questions at midday. The theme? Whether an independent Scotland would automatically be a member state of the European Union and what legal advice the Scottish Government has to that effect.
Yesterday, the President of the European Commission was clear when he said, and I quote, "A new state, if it wants to join the European Union, has to apply like any state. That means that the new state of Scotland would first have to apply to be a member of the European Union and, if successful, adopt the euro as our currency." The First Minister doesn't have any legal advice which contradicts the President of the EU Commission, does he?
Scotland is part and will remain part of the European Union as an independent country.
Ruth Davidson raised concerns over the NHS patient system.
Looking at just one health board, Ayrshire and Arran, we see a system in meltdown. So much so that they've had to cancel more than 7,500 inpatient appointments since its introduction. Does the First Minister still have confidence in this system, from which, from inception to implementation, is entirely the product of his government?
Yes, we'll take responsibility. We'll take responsibility for the extraordinary achievements of the staff in our National Health Service, who are performing under extraordinary difficult budgetary conditions and performing exceptionally well.
Liberal leader Willie Rennie returned to the question of an independent Scotland in the European Union.
There is a great deal of confusion about his plans for Scotland in the EU. A certain something doesn't actually make it true. The First Minister says he's right and Scotland will be a continuing EU member. But what if he's wrong?
I thought the call was for the government to clarify through the publication of a legal advice the issue in these questions. He seems to be doubting the legal advice even before its publication. I do think the process of publishing the white paper consistent with legal advice will satisfy even Willie Rennie.
So Thursday's business concluded with a debate on electricity market reform. Tune in next week for the Scottish Budget.